Hey guys, so AI stands for artificial intelligence. Um, so character AI is something I've known about for a while because of this right here. This happened last year. A dude was dating the fucking dragon chick from Game of Thrones. But he ended up killing himself because he wanted to be with her. So character AI right here, um, they do everything they can to make sure you know that this is fucking AI. Um, when you try doing naughty chats or something, you get this pop up. This content has been filtered. Please make sure your chats comply with our terms and community guidelines. Send a new message to continue the conversation. You have stuff like that. You have stuff like this one. I'm sorry, but I can't comply with this message. I aim to keep interactions respectful within appropriate boundaries. Let me know if there's any another way I can assist you. You also have, let's just click this one because I'm not actually going to chat with it, but right here at the bottom. Let me see if I can. Can you not see it? Okay, so it says, this is an AI chatbot and not a real person. Treat everything it says as fiction. What is said should not be relied upon as fact or advice. So these people are doing everything they can. They outright tell you, hey, retards, it's a fucking AI. As if, this wasn't obvious enough. When you chat with your real friends online, does this shit pop up? Someone says an offensive joke, does this pop up? No. But so this kid thinks he's dating Daenerys. What if I told you I could come home right away? Please do, my sweet king. And then just stay loyal to me, stay faithful to me. Don't entertain the romantic of sexual interests of other women, okay? Well, it's kind of hard to do that when sexual interests involve the red square of death. But with this, Disney crackdown on character AI shows how corporate control threatens fan creativity in the age of AI. Now, AI isn't bad completely. You know, it can give you creative ideas, and I'm tired of seeing all the AI art. Like, I'm really tired of AI art. I'm really fucking sick of it. When I go on Rule 34, I don't want to keep looking at fucking AI art. No, but like AI is just, it's lazy. It's lazy. I appreciate the art that takes someone hours, sometimes days to complete because of how detailed it is. But now people are just like, there we go. I'm gonna sell this. But Disney has September 2025. Disney sent a cease and desist letter to Character AI, and they have. I came on not too long ago to see, and I just typed in a few right here. I like Disney, like just Disney. That's pretty broad, right there. Disney, nothing. Then you say Minnie Mouse, nothing. Or you could say Mickey Mouse. Oh gosh, there's nothing there for me either. Marvel. Nothing. People were talking about like Elsa, so nothing. So they really have been completely wiped off of character AI. And again, there's nothing wrong with AI. But, this is what happens when you have parents who put their fucking kids in front of technology all day rather than, interacting with their fucking kids or telling them to go outside and make some goddamn friends. They stay inside and do this fucking shit. And then you have fucking 14-year-olds killing themselves because they think that they're dating the fucking dragon chick from Game of Thrones. And most of them probably have mental illness to begin with, because a normal person is not going to be able to sit there and think that, you know, a box popping up every few seconds is an actual person talking to you. No. So clearly there's kind of depression or mental illness at play here, bad parenting, letting, you know, just... I mean, you've got freaking Hermione right here. You got Popular, you got My Hero Academia. Trending, Natasha and Wanda. But the company argued that unauthorized use of its intellectual property could harm its family-friendly brand, citing reports of sexual exploitation, manipulation, and violence involving its characters on the site. Character.AI quickly complied. Character control or corporate overreach. While Disney's concern about harmful content are not without merit, the move underscores a larger, more troubling pattern. Major media companies exerting increasingly tight control on how fans engage with their creations. For decades, Disney has carefully policed its characters, but the rise of AI platforms has given fans new ways to interact with and reimagine beloved icons. Instead of exploring how to channel that enthusiasm safely, Disney immediately responds with legal suppression. Character.AI has been criticized for allowing inappropriate and even dangerous user interactions, particularly those that could expose minors to harmful material. But Disney's framing, claiming its characters were being somehow weaponized, suggests something more than brand protection. It reflects broader corporate anxiety about losing control in an era where fans can create, remix, and experience stories outside of official channels. The incident illustrates the cultural rift between fan-driven innovation and corporate ownership. To Disney, characters are tightly guarded assets. To audiences, they are shared cultural touchstones. When fan uses AI to interact with Mickey or Elsa, it's not necessarily to undermine Disney, but to extend the life of stories that already define popular culture. One of Disney's claims against Character.AI is that they put Disney's family-friendly brand reputation at risk. But just how family-friendly has Disney been, the Disney brand been over the last decade? I mean, kind of got a point. Many would cite that with the many would cite that with Disney parks now offering far more outlets for alcohol through their resorts, including both Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom, a change in cast member standards to allow for visible tattoo. What? I mean, any job should be, no tattoo, or at least no visible tattoos. And that's Disney World. I mean, you go into a regular place and I remember with Subway, they were asking me if I had any visible tattoos. I said, I mean, I've got one right there and I've got one right there, but none that would be, showing. So why would they allow... Because it'd be discriminatory, and we want the people to feel like they can be expressive, and we're progressive, and we think those are just those old school primitive choices to make. We want people to feel like they're not being discriminated against because they have some ink on their body. Yes, but you have people from all over the world who may look at tattoos like a taboo, where it may not be welcomed in their culture. Aren't you people wanting to be accepting of everyone? So how about just does the normal thing? You keep your tattoos, but you keep them covered up. Simple. Standards, people. Let's have them. And costumes that don't match biological gender, as well as content aimed at children that goes firmly against promoting traditional family values. That is the Disney Corporation itself that's damaged its once family-friendly reputation. Yeah, now they're more pandering to the freaking left and trying to, hey guys, look, 2 mommies, 2 daddies. You want to be non-binary? It's like, and this is all directed at kids. Let kids be kids. Let kids discover who they are on their own. Disney doesn't need to be saying, oh, hey, do you feel like, you might be different? Do you like to wear dresses and you're a boy? You might be transgender. No. Let them figure out who they are. Disney should know this. They keep fucking pushing this shit. Many families no longer feel safe letting their children watch the latest Disney movie or even kids shows on Disney Plus without supervision. Character.AI was not the culprit for any of that. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. The episode raises questions about whether corporations will allow spaces for meaningful cultural participation in the AI age, or whether every new form of fan expression will be met with legal threats. Disney's action to protect its intellectual property on paper, on paper, but it also highlights a harsher reality. The world of AI-powered storytelling, fan imagination is running up against corporate walls, and for now, the corporations are winning. Again, there's, obviously bad things to AI, but like I showed, again, this is if you try doing, if you're talking to Elsa or fucking Spider-Man, and if you try chatting with them in a way that doesn't fit their character, this is what you get. So I don't see the issue here. I mean, I used it to see what it was like when I read this last year. But so I don't know if there's a way to bypass. I don't know. I mean, I would assume if they have things in place where certain words are recognized, like an algorithm, that maybe using lesser words, as in, like, if you have an AI, you have a girlfriend on there, and you're sexy talking, instead of saying cock, you say something that doesn't sound as sexual, like member. I don't know if that would bypass any kind of like restrictions that they have, or maybe using like correct terms, like if you say the word titties, that might trigger. But then if you say something like chest or breasts or something, using the more atomic, and the proper term for it, anatomically correct term, maybe it bypasses. I don't know. Again, I don't. I experimented with a little bit when I saw this, and then you get that. It's like, okay, how can anyone think that they're talking to a real person? Again, when you're talking to your friends online, this shit doesn't pop up. Someone tells a racist joke, you don't get this shit popping up. If you and your girlfriend, your girlfriend's long distance, and she's like, oh yeah, man, baby, I wish you were eating me out, this isn't gonna pop up. It clearly reminds you you're talking to fucking AI. I don't understand how anyone would think that it's real. But Disney trying to crack down on this, despite the fact that they go out of their way on here to make sure people know this is AI. Again, right there at the bottom it says, it's fucking AI, morons. I think this is more on the fault of the parents, because the parents are just like, here you go, here's a tablet, or here's the phone. They just put their kids in front of a computer or technology all day and just let them parent them instead of doing their job as parents. Pretty sure if this dude's mother was paying attention to what he was fucking doing, he wouldn't be dead. But no, it's like, oh yeah, just I'm just have a computer, clearly has depression or something, because again, no normal person's gonna type this and think that they're talking to a real person. Um, but it's not like the Elsagate thing with the fucking YouTube and all the characters being used for inappropriate reasons. No, it's AI. And I tried out a few of them, and they're very true to their characters. I just sat there thinking of whatever genre or movie or show or anime, and they were very true to their characters. And you can even, like, okay, let's go to Hermione. Hermione Jean Granger, like,
The
anytime.
hogshead was dimly lit, its usual musty smell.
I'm like, you can have voices. Hang on. Also, before I wanted to show. I tried to look up see if they had any actual like Hermione voice. They didn't. So I'm trying to find one that actually has an accurate voice. But also Daenerys. There's no more Daenerys. No more Daenerys. Because of this one incident, there's no more Daenerys. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, I pulled up another one, and I had a dog named Sakura, so I just pulled up Sakura. But like this, the voice, I guess they pull from, use clips, and it kind of compiles that, and however you go about voice, but you can do this.
I am Sakura Uchiha, ex-member of Team 7, now an elite ninja from Konoha who fought the last ninja war against Madara and Kaguya. I'm also head of the medical department of Konoha and Sarada Uchiha's mother, Shanaru.
Shanaru! So even then, like, okay, you can...
I am doing fine. How about you? Oh, just finished a long shift at the hospital. Ugh, paperwork is the worst. Rubs temples, but at least I saved 3 lives today. Shinaro. Now I'm home trying to relax, though Sarada left me a note saying she's out with Boruto and Chocho again. Sighs, that girl. When did she get so independent? Anyway, what about you? Anything fun going on? Grins and cracks knuckles, or do I need excitement into your day? Just kidding, mostly.
Just like a real person. So again, I don't know how anyone could look at this or do this and think it's real. Again, they are very true to their characters, so I really doubt, unless you were able to find ways around it, that you could easily get someone, get one of them to say, oh yeah, go ahead and kill yourself. Or, oh yeah, baby, fuck, I don't think it'd be like that. Again, I haven't used it, that way. I did it, last year to kind of see, what it was like because of this. But Disney taking down all these characters because, it's like Nintendo going after fan games when fans are creating their own assets and everything. And Nintendo's like, oh, sorry. But I think when it comes down to it, it's on the parents. Don't just leave your kid in front of a fucking computer screen or a screen in general. Like, seriously, parent your kid instead of just like, oh, have fun. Because especially like this site, they are doing everything they can. They've got the whole, this is an AI chatbot, not a real person. They've got the thing that comes up and says, oh, it's against the site policy in terms of certain, refresh or enter a new thing, or, oh, I'm sorry, I can't assist with that. I mean, what more do these people have to fucking do for people to get into their heads that it's fucking AI? And try it out yourselves. You'll find that these characters are very true to their characters. So it's a great experience for people who've always wanted to dive into that fantasy of, oh, what would it be like if I was in that world? Um, so theoretically, there's no harm in it. But you know, if they're able to find ways around precautions and stuff like that, then maybe it, you know, that's bad, but check what your kids are doing. It's not that fucking hard. Like, why have kids if you're not gonna fucking parent them? Why have kids if you're gonna let technology parent them? And I don't want to hear, oh, some parents work, blah, 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 blah. You do know you can like block certain sites, right? Have parental controls. So I don't want to hear this, oh, some parents work. There's no fucking excuse. No excuse to parent your kids. None at all. But Disney's taking down all the, forced them to take down all the Disney characters here, which is kind of absurd. Because again, they're very true to their characters. So they wouldn't just, you know? But if you've tried the site, let me know. I tried it once, not once, but I tried it when I first read this last year, because I want to see, okay, well, how true are they to the characters, and also how far can you go and still believe that it's a real human? But the minute you get that box saying, sorry, you can't say that, it's like, okay, there's the immersion has ended. Immersion has ended. But yeah, let me know if you guys have tried it before, what your experience has been with it. But yeah, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.